which teams and conferences had the most NBA draft picks? And first of all, the SEC had the most as a conference with 9. I mean, Alabama with 2, Arkansas with 2, Kentucky with 2, Missouri with 1, South Carolina with 1, Tennessee with 1. It was close, like for second, but for tied for second was the Big Ten and the Big 12, and it's including the 4 new schools for the Big 12, by the way. Houston with 2, Baylor with 1, Kansas with 2, Kansas State with 1, and UCF with 1. In the Big Ten had Michigan with 2, Penn State with 2, Iowa with 1, and Indiana with 2. The ACC had 5, and Miami, Florida had 2, Duke had 2, Clemson had 1. The Big East had 4, Villanova with 1, UConn with 2, Xavier with 1. The West Coast Conference had 3, actually. Pepperdine is one of them, Gonzaga is 1, and Santa Clara is the other one. Missouri Valley only had 1. Southern Conference, that Furman was the only team that was 1, and by the way, Belmont is part of Missouri Valley. That's the only one they got. The Mid-American Conference had Eastern Michigan, and that was just 1. But if you include the American without the team, 3 teams, 0. But if you include with them, it's 3. So technically, the Big 12 without the 4 new schools, they would have. Okay, that's 3, 5 right there. So, it's splitting hairs, and I want to go over like the picks here, and if I for some reason gave a little too less, like 1 less to school, I apologize in advance. The first pick was from France. That doesn't count. Alabama got the second pick. And I'm not going to go to pick by pick. I'm going to just go by school, actually. Arkansas, it has another one. Houston, UCF, Kentucky, Michigan, Duke, Kansas, UConn, Michigan, Baylor, Indiana, UCLA, Santa Clara, Villanova, Alabama, Duke, Iowa, Marquette, Houston, Belmont, Arkansas, Ohio State. I forgot to mention them on this. My bad. So technically, they're going to be the second most no matter what. Apparently. So that's why I decided to just go through it. For sure, Ohio State has 1. It's just, do they have more than 1? That's the question. Gonzaga, Missouri. Okay, now go to round 2. Penn State, Xavier, which I believe I did have them listed. Tennessee, UConn, Clemson, Arkansas, Washington State, Pepperdine, UCLA, South Carolina, Penn State, Eastern Michigan, Kansas State, Kansas, Dayton, UCLA, Furman, Miami, Florida, Indiana, and Kentucky. So yeah, just for sure, the Big Ten has 8 draft picks on there. So I just wanted to go over all those schools individually, and it's a lot of teams with 2 apiece, as you could tell. So like with 2 on this, and UCLA had the most with 3. So they get the crown on who had the most picks from a Division I men's basketball school. I mean, but granted, it was only 58 picks. I mean, I know that's not much, and the thing is too, the NBA does select players from Europe and G League now. So if I, for some reason, didn't include anybody else on this list, I'll apologize in advance. Anyways, if you like this content, like and subscribe and see you guys later. 5 scars, we're on the road to it. Let's go.